Pendientes de lo que sucede en Oriente Medio, también del conflicto en Ucrania, vamos a mirar a la despedida de Jens Stoltenberg, secretario general saliente de la OTAN, que advierte a Estados Unidos, a Europa y sobre todo, seguro, vuelve a mandar mensajes a Rusia. Escuchamos ya a Stoltenberg.
The first platform, the first speech was actually delivered here at the German Marshall Fund, so it's great to be back and to end my tenure giving a speech to the same institution, and thank you so much for the excellent cooperation we have had over these years. As some of you may know, early 2014, when I was first approached and asked whether I was open to become the Secretary General of NATO, I did as I always do. I went to my father and asked for advice. And he said, not so much happens at NATO. So he was not very enthusiastic about the idea of me going down there and having some boring years. And I listened very carefully to him because he joined the Foreign Service in Norway in the 1950s. He was Minister of Defense and Minister of Foreign Affairs. And he attended more NATO meetings than almost any other Norwegian. And maybe he was right that NATO was traditionally quite static. But static, quiet, is absolutely not the right way to describe the alliance of the last decade. Since I took up my post as Secretary General in 2014, the world around us has changed profoundly. We have seen Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea, the rise of ISIS, Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, growing competition with China, the COVID pandemic, more sophisticated cyber attacks, and the increasing impact on climate change on our security. So the list goes on. During my time as Secretary General, the relevance of NATO has been questioned. The alliance has been described as divided, obsolete, and brain dead. But the reality is that NATO is strong, united, and more important than ever. We have, over these 10 years, undergone the biggest transformation in a generation. We have strengthened...
Escuchando ya este discurso de despedida por parte de Jens Stoltenberg, secretario general saliente de la OTAN, dice que el mundo ha cambiado profundamente desde que asumió su cargo. Ha hablado, por ejemplo, del conflicto en Ucrania, ha hablado del impacto climático. Se lo ha olvidado mencionar, eso sí, lo que sucede en Oriente Medio. Imagino que habrá sido un error por parte de Stoltenberg, que dice además que cuando él empezó en su cargo se hablaba de una muerte cerebral de la OTAN. Decía pues, que se ha puesto en duda precisamente la relevancia de la OTAN, pero que ahora es más fuerte y más importante que nunca. Seguimos escuchando las palabras de Stoltenberg.
Doubling our common budget to ensure we can effectively deliver. And our family of allies and partners has grown. Montenegro, North Macedonia, Finland and Sweden joined our alliance. And Ukraine is closer to NATO than ever before. In 2014, we only provided marginal support to Ukraine. Now our support is massive. And NATO is coordinating the support through our new command in Germany. We have also broadened our partnerships in the Global South, deepened relations with countries in the Indo-Pacific, and NATO-EU cooperation has reached unprecedented levels. I am proud to have served as NATO Secretary General and to have steered this alliance through a decisive decade. As I look back at this incredible journey, let me reflect on 5 lessons that are key to NATO's continued success in the future. First, we have to be willing to pay the price for peace. The more money, the stronger our defenses, the more effective our deterrence, the greater our security. Since 2014, spending across the alliance has gone up substantially. All NATO allies now invest at least 2% of GDP in defense or have plans to get there soon. And for the first time, total defense spending across Europe and Canada is above the 2% target. So the good news is that we have delivered on the pledge we made 10 years ago. But the bad news is that this is not longer enough. That is why NATO allies have agreed to spend at least 2% of GDP on defense. And that is why we have agreed on robust defense plans with specific capability targets that outline what each ally needs to provide in terms of weapons, forces and readiness for our security. To meet these agreed targets, allies will have to spend
Bueno, pues muy pendientes de este discurso de despedida por parte de Jens Stoltenberg, hablando sobre la relevancia de la OTAN, hablando también sobre el gasto en defensa. Pueden seguir precisamente esta comparecencia, esta despedida del Secretario General de la OTAN en nuestro canal de YouTube en paralelo.